I was like,
So
yeah,
this is
I
what no
was
this
like,
is what you call it. This is 2020. So we've been having this conversation now for 18 years. Um, how I see it is how I see it is in the true like versus format. I guess how being and killer about it is it's a little bit different because um if if it's about lyricism or whatever, then who's gonna be the judge of that? You know what I mean? So like from early out, I recognize that the best person to compete with is myself. To challenge myself, to set my own parameters and set my own goals and define my own success. Because a lot of time, well, what we figure out early on is that people want to, decide for you what the different parameters are and what means success, and you really have to define that for yourself, because the road that them was trying to define for me wasn't my own path that I wanted for myself. So
right.
I'm not really to getting at the versus thing. But that being said, I want to say shout out to Bunty and Beanie, who really did a excellent showing for the culture and thing. Good vibes.
Right. Well, I would go ahead and say Sasco versus Assassin. Maybe we could see that. Go to the
Shoot,
live.
you know what? So what? Assassin versus Assassin. I just something there.
That's the ultimate person. All right. So I know. Again, you're huge on academics and so, but we see that your younger daughter sings and amazing. Um, she covered a Michael Jackson, no Jackson 5s, right? When I had
No,
you.
say again. Sorry, you cut out a while ago. Say again, please.
Oh no, I said that I saw your baby girl, the younger one, did a cover.
Oh, Lauren. Oh, Lauren. Mm-hmm.
Right, she was having fun singing Jackson 5. What is it?
It was a
Loving
Michael
You.
Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, young Michael. Yeah.
Yes, Jackson 5, right. Who's Loving You? And when you go to her page, yeah, you might get the little singing, but most of it is academic achievements and spending time with mommy and daddy. And I want to know if it because you're like secretly trying to keep out of the industry, or you just want to ensure that she focus on academics first before getting into the creative industry.
The truth is, she's 8, so I'm allowing her to be a kid.
Right.
She did a song, she had a video out, and that was because it just happened, in the natural way of things. I was working on something, she came in the studio, that sort of thing. I'm definitely not trying to, hurry her up in any kind of way. If just allowing things to flow. She comes in every now and again and she wants to sing, and we allow her to do that. She started to put her own little words together. Music was a part of my life from as like 4 years old. I fell in love with it. I wanted to know everything that I could, and it was a part of my life all along. And my getting into the industry is like just like happened in a very organic and natural way. And because that was my experience, I'm allowing her as much as possible to have that be hers. The difference is, like, she has a studio in her basement, and then she have a father, a few people know and things. So, I think our experience might be different, So yeah, we're just allowing her to be our 8-year-old self. Oh,
Okay.
she'll be 9 in about a week. So yeah.
Oh, nice. What month we in?
Yeah.
June. Nice. What's the horoscope? Do you believe in horoscopes and so?
I wouldn't say believing, but I think like so many things, if it not go so, it near go so, as Granny said. So maybe there is something to it. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
But you have
All
some
right.
people swear by it. Me know though. Some people be like, yeah, what Capricorn? No, sir. We're not two lion thief.
I know.
Or what?
I was trying to figure out. I was like, what is June? End of June. You all drop it there because I didn't know.
If you believe in it, what am I? If based on whatever you know of me, what do you think I am? What if it's something that our people can tell me what
Yeah,
sign am I? And
December,
don't
right?
Google it
December
neither.
22nd, somewhere around there, right?
Oh jeez, like, you know, don't do that. Don't do that. People tell me what sign am I based on reasoning and the vibes.
Oh,
Don't
but
say the date. Just
what
yeah.
you are is spoiled. We know that month is spoiled. We ain't talking about horoscope. We talking about that month. That month is all kids from that month spoil as hell. Yours so spoiled.
Uh,
But yours say
me people.
not me is
Me
sasco. What is
me
him?
what
Not me. And I'm not
what's
answering
my
that.
sign? Jano, no,
What is it?
not based on the birthday, people. If you know, no, I talk about just based on the vibe. If you know sign business and anything that I don't know. Anyhow, so
What did you say, boy? Maybe a cancer.
nah, wrong. Virgo, Sagittarius. Heck.
What would you say? Would you go with your horoscope? I'm saying you like a cancer. Let me
Well,
tell you how cancers are. Eh?
well, the thing is, no, you see it now, because I know different people from different signs, and you have jerks over here, and you have good people over there, and you have miserable people over this, and you have mean
That's
people.
true.
I mean, people are people. That's been my experience. But
That is
like
true.
I said, maybe we just not know it. Maybe granny have to go school a little more. Cause I have some people what have it locked still.
Yeah, I think people just call in their horoscope out.
They must call out everyone and see which one stick.
All right, so the degree that you have is in business management. Ooh.
Sorry, me get a call a while ago.
Okay. The
Brooklyn in
degree,
the building.
if I'm wrong, the degree that you have is in business management, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell me how that assisted you in the music career, in your music career, because again, it is.
Well, any kind of formal study, I think, kind of help your reasoning, and then of course it was business, so it just show your perspective, and you have a little bit more information to work with whenever you have to decide anything. It's not like I'm trying to manage myself or anything, but you have another perspective when you need to make a decision. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And let's talk about your latest single, Loco. Now, I think in Spanish it means crazy, right?
Crazy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And that was the whole concept. The world is crazy, young people crazy, all of that.
Yeah. Right. So the thing is, I never thought about it much before I actually heard the track. So as soon as Teflon played the rhythm, that just came to mind, and I just ran with it. And then the style, though, in terms of like doing the two verses with the same rhyme scheme and pretty much almost not having a chorus, is pretty much a throwback to old school DJing, like when a big thing was for like DJ till the rhythm done. And that's why at the end of it I said the rhythm done, so me I cut now, like you have to DJ till the rhythm done, so that was kind of like paying homage to that. But it's just a vibe,
Right. So I want us to go to relationships now. And I want you to be as transparent as you can with us, because there are people who admire your relationship, anyway, your marriage.
I'll try.
As you can. I'm not saying, be like real, but you're a critical thinker. You analyze stuff well. So you answer how you see, please, right? Tell me, what is one of the most, okay, in marriages, right? I'm married. Young, 2 years, been together for 8 years, going on 9, but marriage 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. So just that, my journey. And you have these moments where you break up, then you come back, you break up, you come back. Tell me one of the moments where.
I don't know the moments. before marriage, break up and come back.
Before. You can't be nothing in marriages, that's it. Hands down, sign, lick, envelope, close, throw it, right? But relationships.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I want you to tell me, when was one of the moments you said, shucks, this one here seemed like it's serious, this breakup that we had, that little moment, and you kind of reasoned with yourself and said, time for me to change something?
So, all right. So, based on how my development goes to, early on, my first serious relationship, I was 17, and my career just started, and I was, all over the place in terms of, you know, grinding and no, not grinding, hustling. Sorry, wrong term.
Right.
So yeah, I was studio and traveling and just 100% immersed in that. So that the relationship really suffered because of it in terms of my where my attention really was. And then my next relationship became my present relationship. So
Right.
so I whenever I get hourly for the break up to make up and all them something there. Not really.
So I
No.
asked when I asked Conscience yesterday, because he's married now, and I said, what do you prefer, marriage or common law? And he didn't answer and say marriage. He said, whatever make you happy. So I was like, but you're married though.
No, you break up this up. Say that again.
So I asked him, I said, what do you prefer, marriage or common law living? Right? And he was like, what make you happy? So I was like, but you're married though. So shouldn't you prefer or want marriage?
Prefer common law?
Huh?
He said prefer common law.
He didn't say marriage nor common law. He just say what make you happy. So I was like, but you're married? I would expect you to say marriage and tell me why.
Oh no. So no, you mean if for everyone,
right?
You were asking. Oh no. Well, he's 100% correct. Me can't decide for you what.
Sorry, for him personally, I say, but because I skip over the question, I said that's one of the things that I do. What do you prefer? But I'm gonna leave marriage and common law because you're married. He's like, but you know what? Me answer that question. So I was like, but we're gonna answer and say you're married. And then he said, well, happiness, whoever make you happy, go ahead.
And he's right. Different strokes for different folks, man.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some music again. You did a collaboration, and I want to talk about this one because he's hands down my favorite artist, Lieutenant Stitchie. Love him to pieces. My favorite gospel artist.
Yeah.
And you did a song on his album Masterclass. Now, one of the things I think, I know we admire about you, I personally admire, is the fact that you can fit anywhere. Because, you would consider Stitchie, quote unquote, a gospel artist, right? And you would expect collaborations with gospel artists. But you... Well,
I once again, my mind doesn't work like that. To me, Stitchie is an artist.
Right.
His content is now focused, in that area. But he's an artist first, and he, as a matter of fact, he was one of my favorite artists growing up. Stitchie, Papa San, Professor Nuts. So once he reached out to me as somebody who I definitely was inspired by and whatever, then it was like automatic.
Right.
But I don't think I don't think in terms of boxes and definitions. Oh, you should be doing this and you belong over there. And no, just once the vibe is right, I'm ready to go.
Right. What is one of the most inspirational, encouraging DMs you received from one of your fans? Something that allow you to raise your eyebrow, like.
People reach out from time to time and they encourage me to continue doing the work I'm doing and tell me how the work is impacting them and things like that. Like I can't think of one in particular. I appreciate them, and especially when people send me like their 2 or 3 year olds like singing the songs. That really feels special for real. Right. What is Kathy Stevens going on about? Kathy Stevenson, what are you saying? Stop it, Kathy. Jeez. Anyway, some of these comments are crazy.
Oh yeah, I don't even read them because So I love playing games on my platform. So I am going
Serrani,
to
I'm taking the Serrani road here.
You what?
I'm taking the Serrani road. I don't want to play no games. No games.
You're gonna play my games. Okay?
All
So
right, go through.
I'm
Go
gonna
through.
take you through some carpentry building stuff because you know we've been seeing that on your lives. It's gonna be
Yeah.
easy though. Right. So creating the skeleton of a house is called founding,
Framing.
hardening. What?
Oh, right, continue.
What you said?
No, continue.
Okay. Founding, hardening, framing, rising.
Framing.
Cross-cutting is a term for cutting wood against the bow.
Grain. Grain.
I went too easy? Okay. I think I went too easy. Okay. I thought it was just like a hobby you do in home. All right, fine. Screwdrivers usually comes in Phillips or what version?
Flathead.
Okay. That was real annoying. I'm just going to say. Very annoying. So you said that you have upcoming album. I want to close with that, but before we go, I want to say thank you so much for spending time here with us at Tempo. I want you to take 60 seconds to encourage persons, well, not for the new normals, but to do the right things. And you know, we have to adjust. Big up Makian. Normally I don't be there, but I see Makian. And I want you to
Makian.
end
Yeah.
with
Big up Makian.
I want you to end with keep your tempo up. It's tagged right there. So you can say, sing, do whatever you want, like say or sing.
Yeah.
And then you end with keep your tempo up.
Check, love and respect. This is Agent Sasco. Thanking everyone for checking in the live today. Thank you for having me, Aritha. And you don't know the thing. Keep your tempo up. We put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth. Blessings come forth. Yes, it is a miracle to make your thing shot and end up a gun court. End up a gun court. Growing up on the banks of the hope. We never give up. Never lose hope. Never lose hope. Keep your tempo up. Love and respect.
Yes, indeed. So thank you again. I normally take 3 questions, but guys, I don't know if I can.
No, man, we can't do them that. Make them ask them question. We can't do that. Come, see them ask question. Now make them ask question, man. 3 questions, quick and fast. Let's go.
All right, 3 questions. How much for your hats, agent?
$39.99. Okay. And they are available on agentsasco.com and it's for $39.99.
Right. Next one. If Vybz Kartel was out, would you clash with him seeing that he comes over?
Oh, jeez. Next question.
Okay, yeah. There's no more in the question box. So guys, drop it in the comments so that we can see. How did you know your current wife was the one?
Say again?
How did you know your current wife was the one?
How did I know that?
Somebody say next question.
Yeah, man. Next question.
You're planning to bust any artists?
All right. So I get this question a lot, right? And people have this idea of taking an artist and you're supposed to tell everybody that this is the artist and here he is and this is what I'm doing or whatever. I am currently helping many artists. Some established, some nobody don't know them. I have one artist in particular that I really, really believe that he can make some noise, and that's Dre Swede. But then you have artists like you mentioned Makian earlier, very talented people who still have so much more of them potential to realize. My brother Chevron. Now there's a song out currently with myself and Chevron titled Quiet Giants. He's one of the most incredible talents in our music. Siobhan, him do a lot of work with me on my projects, like a lot of the vocal work and stuff. And you know, people like that, like I really, you know, would I like to see him, you know, realize even a half in potential, and that would mean him would be a incredible, you know, success. So yeah, to answer that question, you know, I approach music from the level of, you know, maybe it's doing a verse with a young artist. I just had a song come out with Zach Jones, the Miss Jamaica tune. Is my neighbor actually just link me and say, him bridging of a tune and him, you know what I mean? So things like that, like, you know, I'm very accessible. Matter of fact, I have a verse for Jazeel Myrie, which is Bujo's son. I can't do it today again, but make sure, you know. So things like that, like, you know, I'm very accessible in that way. If you send me a tune and it's so like, all right, you know, this make it, me put on a verse, you know, them kind of way then.
Right.
And as I say, you have a youth named Blackman, who is also a very talented youth. He sing a tune with Dexter. People might know him. But yeah, you know, people like that, like, you know, we have some work to do with Blackman too. I think him have, you know, a way to go.
Okay, you can select one more question.
Yeah, we
there
take
was
one more. Since the
virtual.
past.
Okay, I'm seeing some, but okay, let me see what they have in the question box. So I will read. They say, what inspired you to write Something Got to Give, or what is the inspiration behind your new music? Of course, when is the album, and what's the largest show you perform? You can select one. Do you want me to read it over?
Hold on. Somebody said just yesterday, I was telling a youngster about you. I was playing some of your track. Then his father told him to listen Domino Table. Oh, cool. How did they like that? Somebody said, why did you change your name? So it's not even name change, like it is just creating an alternative also to give an identity to the more mature version of Assassin. I started my career at 16 and a half, 17, you know, with the name Assassin from high school. And then, as you pointed out earlier, a part of the new normal of 9/11 was that a name like Assassin was all of a sudden more jarring and, you know, just had a lot more gravity to it. So it was necessary on that front. And then, you know, clearly there's a negative connotation to it. And so, you know, for some business, it just couldn't work. So, for example, one of the time the government of Jamaica selected me for a campaign. At the time I was doing the degree, and they wanted me to be a part of this campaign. And, you know, them give me this plaque, and we go at the launch, and everybody dress up in a suit, and we in a launch and thing. I miss some people bungle up over one corner, I whisper, and them I look for me away. And them come to me and say, boy, Bridget, I'm not telling a lie. You know, we rate everything, but we can't work with it again. The name just can't work.
Oh, wow.
So so you know, it was necessary in that regard again. And then last but not least, in terms of the information technology age, you know, the name Assassin, the search engine qualities was very poor.
Right.
Yeah, video game name Assassin, TV show, this, that, thousand, this Assassin, that the Assassin.
Yeah.
So I needed something that would be more unique. And so it became necessary to find an alternative. And Sasco is really a derivative of Assassin, because, you know, my brethren them used to just call me Sasco as some kind of shortening for Assassin.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom
So
asked today.
that's the long answer, I guess.
My mom said, we're going to speak today. I was like, Assassin. She was like, Assassin. And then I started to sing a song, and she was like, oh, I know that means to kill. I'm like, yeah, he does kill people lyrically, like all the time, you know. Well, thank you so much again for your time. And I want to encourage you to do the right thing, you know, stay inside, wash your hands, do all of that. I know Jamaica is open up a lot more now, but still be safe until we get back to normal, and keep your tempo up.
Yeah, man, all the way. Massive and true, love and respect. Listen.
Okay, I'm trying to. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, enough respect to you guys. and one love. Don't forget to keep your tempo up, like for real, for real. We know we're in times that it's trying, but God is good. All right. So again, I'm Miguel Aritha. Don't forget to follow at Tempo Networks and everyone else. Bye.